Ryan and Tom, Ela Financial Group. In this video, we're going to actually talk about what worked well, succession planning, a little bit of that.
The best one we've seen is years ago, one of the practices we're involved with, he brought in 2 junior people, taught them the business, started transitioning clients to them, gave them ownership, and there's a way to do that. Then when he was ready to get out, he sort of got out, but he still has some key clients and he still owns a little piece of it. A major sellout happened in 3 or 4 different pieces, and that has worked fine because the staff stayed there, and then the staff actually stepped up quite a bit. I think another one is, if you had a choice, would you buy a practice from outside or inside? And I say inside if you have the right transition person, the right junior person taking over. The important thing is long-term staff, have some of them buying into the practice, have a buy-sell in case something hits the fan early.
How we were able to see those things is we're part of a study group where it's all these top reps inside of a broker-dealer. Every quarter we're meeting with them and discussing our practices, and we get to hear what's worked, what's not worked. That's been a tremendous resource for us, I would say. Some of the other things that we've always prided ourselves on is some of the technology to better service our clients. What are we using to make these transitions easier? There's the asset map, the Allbridge consolidated statements, there's Morningstar, CRM, we're using Redtail right now, Strategic Coach, which Tom mentioned in another video.
Now we do EOS, managing the practice.
EOS, and that all ties down to E-Myth of, do we have a process? Do we have procedures? Do we have the right people in the right seats? And are we all rowing in the same direction?
And then do we have a succession plan in case it hits the fan? Do we have insurance in place? Yes. Important part if you're going to buy something. I wouldn't want to repaper every client account because you're not going to bring them all over. I don't want to change technology if I can for the client. Same service people, same service level. Younger rep who's buying into the business, one of the ways you can do that, or like we did with Ryan, it was time for him to get a raise. We said, sell you a piece, pay for it with what was going to be your raise, and you may pay for it for 5 or 6 years. And another comes along, and now he has the revenue from that first buy, and then he does it again. That's what we saw with the real successful practice. They kept doing that. When the founder owner was ready to get out, they owned 50 or 60% already. I can't own this thing forever.
You want to have enough runway there to make sure that you're able to make those transitions.
If you have questions, again, fire away, email, phone call, whatever. We can help you out with anything, we'd love to.
All right, sounds good. Thank you guys.